I was raised on a farm and taught to take care of yourself. To allow somebody else to step in, that goes against what I was taught.
I do the best that I can.
Your children are sick. You have to decide whether to buy bread or take them to the doctor.
Welcome to America. We've cut back in places like Africa simply because we're overwhelmed with the need here.
All these people have been here since Wednesday night.
I worked at McDonald's for 9 hours. I've had 2 hours sleep since Thursday night.
We're all looking in life for what's real. These patients are real. Their needs are real.
I haven't been able to kiss my wife in over a year. That's pretty hard, man.
It's just too expensive to go to a dentist.
I need a mammogram. Make sure things are going okay.
Okay, who's got number one?
How long has it been since you had the doctor's visit?
Since I was a teenager.
Teenager?
I've got black lung real bad.
People volunteering their time to help us out, it's going to save my life.
We're coming. We're on our way.
There's such good people in this county.
Thank y'all so much.
I can actually see now.
How can we move forward?
Get you hard, but it's better than anything that you can do.
Good morning. Welcome to Avon Valley Church's Thought for the Day. Today is Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. My name is Andrea and I live in Winchester, Virginia. So a couple of weeks ago, I was volunteering at a medical clinic in a town just over an hour away, and a town I lived in for a long time. The clinic was on Saturday for 12 hours and on Sunday for 6 hours. So on Sunday morning, I had time to log on to Zoom coffee hour for a bit. On one of the breakout chats, I was explaining to Sheila, Julian, and Trudy why I was on my phone and that I couldn't stay long, just long enough to say hello and check in on everyone and see how everyone was doing. They were curious about the clinic and healthcare in America, so I explained the clinic to them, who started it, and how it got started, which is a fascinating story. Seeing them, if only for a few minutes that morning, and reading my devotion, it was a really good start to my day. So while I was making the short drive to the fairgrounds, I was thinking to myself, first off, I'm truly blessed. And second thought, I think I want to share this as my thought for the day. For the past 10 years, I have been involved with medical clinics with the organization called Remote Area Medical, and it's called RAM for short. This organization was started in 1985 by an Englishman, Stan Brock, and it's to provide free, quality health care to people in areas who do not have access to or cannot afford basic health care in rural areas of Appalachia, such as Kentucky, Tennessee, and Southwest Virginia. Those are the most poverty-stricken areas of America. Over the past decade, these clinics have expanded to even urban areas and other areas of America to help alleviate pain and suffering. I wanted to be involved with this particular clinic to provide support to a community because I still love Harrisonburg and I cherish the people there to this day. So I want to tell you a little bit about Stan Brock, how he started this clinic, and I want to share with you my experiences with volunteering with these clinics. Stan Brock was born in Lancashire in 1936 and grew up close to Swansea, Wales. At the age of 17, he traveled to what was then known as British Guiana to work on a cattle ranch and become a vaqueros, an equivalent to a cowboy. Over time, he became a pioneer bush pilot and an airline transport pilot. It was in Guyana that he developed the vision for RAM when he suffered an accident from one of the horses and found he was 26 days away on foot from any medical care. In 1968, Brock became co-host to Marlon Perkins in an American television show called Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. This was a show that was the most popular TV show in America at the time. It highlighted animals in their natural environment, it raised awareness of environmental issues, and Brock became very involved in animal conservation. It was when this show ended he founded Remote Area Medical based in Knoxville, Tennessee. I first became involved with RAM when one of the retinal surgeons I work with invited me and a few of his staff members from his office to help with the clinic in Southwest Virginia. I scrubbed in and assisted with retinal surgeries for 15 years, so my first passion in surgery is ophthalmology. I think one of the senses we take most for granted is our sight, and it is my greatest passion. So on Friday night before the clinic, I drove through the fairgrounds to get my bearings and to figure out where I was supposed to go on Saturday morning to check in. I drove up to the gate about 6 p.m. and the man at the gate asked me if I was a patient or a volunteer. I told him I was a volunteer and I came to figure out where I was supposed to go on Saturday morning and where I was supposed to park. These clinics are first come, first serve. So when I was there at 6 p.m., patients were already lined up at the gate in their cars waiting to take their spot. People drive a very long distance and spend the night in their vehicles to get a number. The gate opens up at midnight and numbers are given out. When the numbers run out for the day, patients come back on the second day. It is all on a first come, first serve basis. At 6 a.m., they start calling the numbers, then patients form a line at the registration tables. It's devastating when you don't get a number and you have to come back the next day. As Stan said in the opening video, welcome to America. My responsibilities in these clinics varies from administering pupil dilating drops to helping people pick out eyeglass frames once they have had their eyes examined and they have their written prescription. The frames people get to choose from are brand new frames, nothing is secondhand. And these frames are donated by major brand names which are either last year's model or glasses which never sold while in market. I love helping people pick out frames for their new glasses. The majority of the people who come through have not had their eyes checked in years, or they're wearing frames which are broken or just don't work anymore. That is my favorite part of the clinic. So when I see a patient, I'll ask them questions. Do you like plastic frames or wire frames? And do you like a certain color? Decisions like these might seem minor, but these are big decisions for them. Most of the decisions people might make are the decisions based on finances. These frames are free, and they are brand new, so it gives them a sense of pride to know that they want to look good and feel good. These are glasses they will have for a very long time, and people want to look good and feel good about themselves. So I spend as much time as needed to help them choose a pair of glasses that make them feel good about themselves. Over the 2 days the clinic was held, 443 patients were seen at a cost of $239,000, or just about 173,000 British pounds, all free to patients. The care included free dental, vision, medical care, mammograms, diabetes management, and information on how to help maintain their treatments. Sadly, Stan Brock passed away a couple of years ago at the age of 82. What a legacy this man has left. An incredible life. I had an opportunity to meet him on a couple of occasions during clinics, and I became the most pathetic, giddy schoolgirl imaginable, and I just couldn't speak, which is a rarity. But he talked with me anyway, and he signed my copy of his book that I had just purchased. He was a truly gracious man. If you are interested in learning more about Stan Brock and Remote Area Medical, I highly recommend his book, All the Cowboys Were Indians. It is a fascinating story of his life, and you can get this on Amazon if you are interested. Thank you for tuning in this morning to hear me talk about my experiences with this clinic. And thank you very much for tuning in for Thought for the Day. Goodbye, and God bless.